It's about commitment, healing, honor, respect. This is barber life. Cutting hair, I like it. Barbershop, I like it. Change your life, I like it. Conversate, I like it.
Imagine we do all this.
It was a game that never went live.
Hey, so we are live. We are live on Facebook, YouTube. It's supposed to be on Instagram right now, but this is Conscious Heads Barbering Boot Camp. Make the necessary adjustments segment, and we like to do this, and I'm doing this with my apprentice barbers that we have in Conscious Heads Barbering Boot Camp. So all of the barbers that's here are either under apprenticeship right now or on their way to being under apprenticeship right now. So we've been doing some things, and we want to actually hold on. Let me actually cut this live on my page right now. Hold on right now. I think we got a little echo. Privacy. Public. All right. So, yeah, so we are live in all these different places, but so we've been having quite of a journey with these young brothers and sister that we have with our crew. And it's all about teaching barbering, but it's all about teaching barbering from a perspective of us being successful. And being successful is not just putting hair on the floor. Y'all know we talk about that all the time. It's not just cutting and throwing hair on the floor and spraying your way out of stuff. It's about us being spiritual. It's about us being counselors. It's about us making a difference, sharing information for our community in general. So I've been cutting hair for like 30-something years. And, you know, I've trained more barbers in the state of Maryland than anybody has. And, you know, my whole thing is to train them, because one day when I'm gone, when I'm not here, you know, the legacy continues. The legacy continues, and they'll continue to teach and reach people out in our community. So I'm sitting here with some phenomenal young brothers who some of them I've been working with for a long time. Some of them I've been working for a shorter time. But I'm here with some phenomenal brothers right now who been rolling with me. And, you know, they've been through some things with me already. So we want to also, and I'll put the links up, let people know that we still, you know, y'all know we had a fundraiser going on with Conscious Heads, Conscious Barbering Boot Camp here at the headquarters. And we had some problems with the roof, and we had some other problems that came up business-wise. So those who want to make a donation, we'll get the links up so that you can actually be able to do that also. But I'm sitting here with these young soldiers, young warrior kings that's in our midst right now. And I'll let them introduce themselves to you and tell you a little bit about themselves. We can start here with this young man. I'll let him introduce himself.
T-Von, 19. Doing an apprenticeship right now. Yeah. I mean, y'all seen me before, if y'all paid attention. I mean, yeah, but yeah, 19, apprenticeship. Yeah.
So, guys, you know, it's Trey, aka Zahini, currently a barber and producer at Conscious Heads Barbershop. And yeah, keeping it lit.
My name is Zion. I am a young apprentice barber here at Conscious Heads Barbershop. I'm 18 years old, and yeah, I've been working with the boot camp for around a year now. So yeah, that's where I am right now.
Can you everybody say what school you went to?
I went to the Baltimore School for the Arts for acting.
I went to Poly.
Yeah, I went to Poly too.
Oh, okay. So it's a lot of poly going on in my barbering boot camp. want to wear. I really didn't just put together that both of y'all went to Poly. Like, this is disgusting. It's like, nah, nah. It's, it's cool. It's cool. And we do got Kamari is in the building, but she's not on camera right now, but she's in the building. You know, she'll be joining us here on these podcasts that we have going on. So, all right, let's Tavon. You know, Tavon was like, y'all seen me. You know, y'all know who I am. You know, Tavon. You know me. A lot of people probably haven't seen you. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta make sure that people do see you and know what it is that you do, what you bring to Conscious Heads. You know what I'm saying? And why I took Tavon on as an apprentice, because I don't take everybody on as an apprentice barber, but I took Tavon on for his spirit and his willingness to complete projects when he was in the boot camp, and you know, just his spirit overall. So he's been rolling with us here, really trying to build his skills up, and you know, just Tavon, just tell him how it's been so far. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you been here. Like, what have you been learning since you've been here?
So it's been pretty good. I feel like my cut's been getting better. But last week? Had a little rough day last week. But aside from that, I feel like there's been a lot of progress. Just had a little rough day, feel me? But yeah, learning a lot. Just on the barbering side, main focus right now is fading. Doing that, just outside of that, just learning how to be productive. You know, ask questions. Make sure that you're using your free time to learn something, whether it's watching videos or reading. Just coming up with new ideas for the shop as a whole. Just learning how to grow, how to build a business. Basically, that's basically what I'm doing. What we all doing for real.
So, what was your rough time that you had last week? Let's talk about it.
When every Thursday, I cut clients, give them a fade, and the fade was a little rough. Last Thursday, I had to come back and basically redo the whole blend, but just a little bit shorter steps.
It was more than a little rough. What happened was,
Damn.
I just pulled up to the shop, and Clarence is a brother who's been with us since the boot camp started. He's been with us for like 8 years. He's been with me when I took my barbering test. He was with a few other my barbers when they took their barber's test. But Clarence was leaving out, and as he was leaving out, I was like, "What the?" I saw his hair and it wasn't blended correctly. So I was like, "Oh, okay, he trying to slip this past me." But I said, "Clarence, go back in. You gotta get finished. You gotta get this right." You know what I mean? Because it's important to learn how to do this right in the correct way. And Tavon knows how to do it the correct way. He knows the steps. But sometimes in the steps, you have to go back and make the necessary adjustments in the steps in order to make it right. So, you know, rather it's the position, the way that you hold the clippers, position, pressure. If you put enough pressure on the clippers, accuracy, is your clippers working right? Are they working correctly? Your angles, are you angling your clippers correctly when you're cutting? And your technique, you know. So some of those things, maybe a couple of those things was off. So I teach them to use that checklist as they actually doing stuff. But so talk, what do you think was off when you had that mistake in general?
I got a lot of things I think. First one is he normally comes every week, but this time it was he came instead of every week, it was 2 weeks that went by. So that kind of threw me off a little bit, more hair than usual, and just a little rusty. There's a lot of just had to clean basically everything up, like just a lot of detailing, a lot of getting lines out, a lot of make sure it was smooth. It wasn't smooth, and yeah, just gotta. Before that, I feel like I was making good progress. Kind of took a step back, but this what you need. You need to take step backs to make 2 leaps forward. You know what I'm saying? You gotta ask questions. You gotta get confused. You gotta get angry, because that shows that you care. Shows that you want to learn. And so just a little bump in the road, but
That's the truth. I mean, sometimes when you think that, what I mean, and even myself, you might think that you at a certain place or a certain space, even so far as me being a businessman and some of the things that we've been dealing with, what I'm saying, around, what I'm saying, you think you at a certain level, and next thing you know, you're like, oh shoot, wait a minute, how I end up back here? Well, how did I end up here in this situation? So, I mean, it happens to us all in life. So, I mean, I'm glad that the young man is able to take the lesson, what I'm saying, instead of him giving up, and because we kind of criticize, but we criticize in a loving way. What I'm saying? Constructive criticism is what it is that, that we do. What I'm saying? Went back and worked with him, and, and then make him get in there like, oh, nah, I can't do it like that again. So it's constant learning. But the thing is, he hasn't given up, and he saw the lesson. So, continue to go. As he was saying, talk about he was confused. And they say in the Egyptian proverbs, confusion brings about clarity. When you're confused about something, then you go search it out to clear it up. All right. Let's go to Trey. Let's go to Trey for a little bit.
All right, bet.
Now, Trey, how old are you, Trey?
23.
Trey, 23. Trey been with me since. Trey, how old was you when you came with me?
Like 17.
16?
Yeah, 16, 17.
Yeah, 16. Because you in a lot of the old videos and stuff that we got. Videos and pictures that's out on the wall and all. And what has been your experience since you was 16 years old?
My experience since I was 16 years old. Coming into boot camp, I was like very inexperienced. I was cutting my own hair, and I was doing bad. When I came to the boot camp, a lot of corrections were made. Like I was taught the right way to cut hair. A lot of things I was doing, like the C cups, I was doing them like at angles. I wasn't cutting it as a curve. And I used to cut like a bowl, like it was a bowl. It wasn't a fade, like it was a bowl cut. But like as time went on, I made the corrections. I was showed what to do correctly, and yeah. So now, like, I'm with a different crew, and that's all I gotta say about that. Yeah.
Okay, so you like I said, you was here, and actually, you were about to kick into gear, full gear. And I would say, the week before COVID hit, and they actually put the lockdown on barbershops and everything, you were actually coming in, getting ready to go. Getting ready to go fully into apprenticeship back then.
Yeah.
Can you remember the feel during that time? Like you was actually getting ready to come in and.
Yeah, I was feeling good. I was getting cuts. But I also was very like insecure about my cuts. Like I felt like they weren't perfect. I still got the insecurity now, but I feel like I'm taking more steps to like be more secure in my haircuts. Like I'm watching more videos on YouTube, taking the extra step to push myself forward as a barber. I feel like then I was probably like too busy at the time. Like my mom was somewhere else. I was just doing a lot, and I didn't really put the effort in to exceed as a barber. You know what I'm saying? I was taking certain steps, but I could be pushing forward harder.
Right. And then as you was in the midst of that, then COVID hit, and everybody had to stop coming to the shop. Actually, everybody had to take a step back, during that time. And so yeah, man. So you've been here for a while. So now you come back. You've been back here for some months, and how has it been coming back? I noticed. And I'm just saying, what I'm saying, because like I said, this is the apprentice thing. I said, that his confidence was way down than from before when he was a little bit younger. When he came back in the game, it was just kind of like, oh man, I gotta learn how to cut all over again. I'm like, it's still there, but so he came back kind of slowly. But talk about that, your confidence.
I feel like that pressure of like not having that much like not experience, but like becoming real accustomed to cutting hair. Like pushed me forward a little bit harder because I was like taking the steps to learn how to cut better. Like I was really pushing myself forward. Like it's like before it's like linear, but now it's like more exponential.
Okay. Okay. All right, we come back. All right. Zion.
What's up?
You been with us for how long?
A little over a year now.
Over a year. Zion was very ambitious. He was when he first called me, his mom knew his mom and dad, and he's like, well, when can I do the apprenticeship? I was like, no, this is a boot camp. Like we do the boot camp first, and then we start talking about apprenticeship. And he was in his mind, he he heard what I was saying, but all he was thinking about was apprenticeship. And it was like, oh, okay, all right. But so what do I have to do? How do I do that? You know, and it was just like, yeah, you got to go through the boot camp first, you know. And so he was ambitious, and I saw that from the start. But he came in, he humbled himself, and he went through the boot camp. I take the best students, people who are good at what they do, their spirits and everything, and we take them and we put them into apprenticeship. But Zion, speak on your experience and how your experience has been.
Yeah, so started cutting hair, cutting my own hair, and quickly grew a passion for it and realized that it was something I could start a career with. And one day my mom just hit me up saying, you know, Jabari has a barber school if you wanted to join. I'm just like, yeah. So I think it was like the next week, joined. I was like a class or a few classes late, but yeah, I started as soon as possible. And yeah, I mean, I had already had a bit of cutting experience before joining the class, so I wasn't starting from ground zero, but it still taught me a lot of the etiquette for cutting hair and the things that need to be done to be successful in the industry.
Okay, okay. Cool. Talk about now we've been going out to the streets, out to the community, and we've been going out to these low income homes that we've been going out to in Baltimore. And I'm gonna tell you, like from my perspective, and y'all can say what your perspective is. It's a very humbling experience to be there because the people are very appreciative of the services, very appreciative. And as much as any problems that they may have, some people may be in wheelchairs, some people may be deaf. I mean, you know, just like anything else, right? I mean, a lot of stuff going on. Some people may have some substance abuse problems or whatever, you know what I mean? But all are still very appreciative at the end of the day. And I look at them and I'm like, man, these people are very appreciative. And a lot of them, they still smile. They still, you know what I mean? They still laugh and they still joke and they still play. And when I go around my people, I'm always humbled to the spirit about people, no matter what they may be going through. So, and to be able to give the barbering services, a lot of them, it makes them feel good. You know, one brother said there today, one of the brothers that you cut, that was very touching to me. He said, man, he said, look, I'm getting older. I ain't got much, really. Honestly, I ain't got much, but I got my swagger. You know what I mean? I got to keep my swag up. I got to at least stay tight. I got to at least keep my head cut tight. And you know, so he was looking like, which one of these people can help me keep my swag up? I got to keep my swag up, you know, because that's really all I got. You know, and but a haircut can make you feel like that. You know what I mean? You get that haircut no matter what's going on, no matter how many bills you got, no matter what kind of problems you got in life. And sometimes when you can just look in that mirror and say, man, I don't look half bad. You know what I mean? You know, I'm glad I got this haircut. At least I feel good on that level. But how do you feel when you go in and you perform in services? I mean, I know it's more than you just going and cutting hair. Do you feel the appreciation of the people?
Definitely. For that particular guy that you just mentioned, I actually thought, I mean, I knew, I felt like I did get on his head, but I thought by the way he looked in the mirror, that he would have a problem with the way I cut it, like somehow, because he didn't look like excited or whatever, like happy about it. But I guess that was just his way of like internalizing the final product, and he ended up really liking it and being really appreciative for what I did. And yeah, it's definitely a humbling experience because, like you said, like a lot of these people that we cut don't have much, but they do value the little that they have and that we are able to provide for them.
Yeah. Tavon, you want to talk about that? Talk about your experience with cutting.
Yeah. I feel like that's where obviously I'm getting the most reps in. That's where I feel like I'm exceeding right now. Cause it's back to back cuts. Like I did like 4 people today. So that's really where I'm getting all my reps in. I don't know. I feel like I work better when I'm doing in those type of environments. Cause I don't know. I just feel like I do better in those environments. Like I just see things better. And like, yeah, everybody that come through, they always, cause like they come in and like a simple shape up can change how they look. You feel me? Like the last guy I cut, he was like, I just gave him the mirror, but he ain't really look in the mirror. He was just like, I came in here looking a mess. I just needed something quick. You feel me? Like he didn't even need to see the mirror to know that like feel me? Like it's just going in there, just help me. It's not even about really us cutting hair. It's just about us helping them, making sure they good, making sure they straight. They was already waiting for us before we even got there. Like, so they always ask when we coming back. So yeah, it's really just helping the community while building us up on the side. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's a like you said, it's in that we go there, we get reps in and we get to practice, but it ain't just practicing the haircuts, it's practicing our social skills, our communication skills, our spiritual skills. Like how do we make people feel, you know what I'm saying? And how to interact with people is one of some of the major things that you get. So it ain't just about the hair, about cutting hair. It's about all the other stuff that's in between also. And we get in there, we've been taking our music. We'll take music with us and we'll play old school and all kinds of music that we'll take with our own music. But when we went in there today, they was ready. They had their own music already queued up. We walked, we walked there. They had their big speaker, and they was already queued up. And like I said, I mean, we always go when I mean, I always have a good time with my people, man. And not caring what their situation may be. And for the most part, they're uh, always polite for the most part. Sometimes they can get a little bit hit here and now. That's very small, very very small. I mean, I know like Tavon last week had a incident with a man, and I kind of got on him a little bit, told him that you have to take more control when you out with the people. Sometimes what happened, Tavon?
Um, I don't even know. He sat down. He was like, he ain't want no fade, but he wanted a blend. So I asked him like 3 times, like just like a regular in a shape up. He was like, yeah. So I get to cutting his hair, and he's like just being weird, like just moving around, like looking at his phone camera and stuff and all that. Just like I don't know. Like I actually generally don't know what he was trying to like do. So Mr. Jabari just ended up finishing a cut, and when he got done, he came. The guy that we was cutting came over there. He handed me like $6. He was like, "Don't let an old person bring you down or something like that, or something like that." And I still don't know what he meant by that. Like, was he trying to like doing that on purpose to teach me a lesson or something? Like, I don't know. I was just trying to cut his hair. I don't know what he was trying to do. But like he had took the clippers, like he was trying to see what guard it was and stuff and all
Yo,
that.
oh, he took his clippers from him. I said he disarmed them like somebody disarmed somebody with a gun in their hand. You know what I mean? Next thing I turned around, he had his clippers. He had Tavon's clippers in his hand, cutting his own head, doing something with his own. I was like, I told Tavon, no, don't ever let nobody take the clippers out your hand, man. That's like being disarmed out in public, and So go ahead.
But yeah, I don't know. I was just trying to be nice because like I really only had a situation beforehand, but that was like almost a year ago where I had got mad at somebody. So I be trying just be nice because they older, you know. I don't be know if be going through their head. I don't know if they be joking or not. So I was just like trying to laugh it off and stuff and all that. But I don't know what he was trying to do. I was confused. Like I was just confused. I wasn't mad or nothing. I was just confused. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Did you want to say anything about the service in the community, selfless service? Because you've been out a lot with me.
All I say is I like when my customers are happy. It makes me like embrace being a barber. Like it makes me like love being a barber. Like just making people happy. You know what I'm saying? Make people feel positive about themselves. So yeah.
All right, cool. Anything else y'all wanted to say about uh, selfless service in the community? Anything y'all want to say about that? Or y'all good? Anybody want to? Yeah. All right. I'll throw some pictures and stuff up with this also, so y'all can see like some of the cuts and stuff that we do when we out. We throw pictures up on the page and all that kind of stuff. Let's see. Now, so part of what we want to do is want to talk about, we talk a little bit about barbering, but a lot of stuff that we're gonna be doing when we do this, make the necessary adjustments. We're gonna be talking about social issues, things that's going on in the community. And I'm older, of course, a lot older than they are. You know what I'm saying? So this is Jabari, you know what I mean, Master Barber Jabari or Chairman Jabari meets my apprentice, and we have conversation and we talk about different things, because talking is going to be one of those things that you're going to actually be doing with your clients about different issues. So you want to stay up on what's going on, what's the latest topic, What's your view? What's your perspective? Your persuasion or whatever in general. So let's talk. They would say I take stuff that they were talking about. They talk about. They may argue about. Now Tavon earlier today was talking about. You know, people kept sneezing in the car, and Tavon said, you know what I'm saying, like, and nobody said bless you to, I think, to Tavon. And so he said, man, that's the problem with the world today. Oh, go ahead. You say what you said, man.
No, it was earlier in this room. I think somebody, I forgot who it was, somebody sneezed. And I was like, and I said bless you, and I was like, why don't nobody ain't say bless you anymore? Like, I just feel like I don't know. I don't see it as like no, I feel like just an automatic thing to do. Like you hear somebody sneeze like bless you. And I was just like, why doesn't anybody say bless you anymore? Like it was just a question that popped up in my head. Like, I just really want to know. Like, yeah, man's really got something to say.
All right, you don't have to say it like that. I feel my personal belief is that it doesn't. I feel like even though the social custom is to say bless you and thank you afterward or whatever, I feel like it's just a normal bodily function. Like, why can't we just sneeze without anybody saying anything and move on with life? You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't be the only one that's thinking that.
It's because your heart stops, I think, when you sneeze.
So we was gonna talk about where does that come from? You know what I mean? When people say bless you. And I've heard that old school wise, you know, they said that every time you sneeze, your heart stop beating. And then they say, God bless you. You know what I mean? God bless you. Because you was able to pull out, I guess, when your heart stopped or whatever. So where did this come from though? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is this something from like our tradition? Is this something from like from black people? Would you,
Can I look up on Safari?
go ahead. So he's gonna look up exactly, well, from what they saying, you know, because we don't know if that's all the way true either. But we want to find out where this comes, because a lot of traditions that we follow today are traditions that's not our own. You know what I'm saying? They don't come from African tradition. They may not come from, you know what I mean, like, you know, place where our ancestors and all come from, you know, but a lot of it comes from, you know what I mean, the culture that we live in today, you know, the more European culture that we live in. And so, you know, when you participate, when we say anything, sometimes I question a lot of stuff that I said. I'm like, why do we say this? Why are we saying that? And some things are, you know, have nothing to do with us or our culture. So, what is it saying?
All right, it's three reasons. One, it says, well, it's theories. It's theories. This is not exact answer, but it's theories, popular theories. First one is 14th century, the plague. It says sneezing was a main symptom of the plague, and some believe that Pope Gregory suggested saying "God bless you" after a sneeze to protect people from death. The second one is in the Middle Ages, people believe that when someone sneezed, their spirit left their body for a moment, and saying "bless you" would start to bring the person back. And then today, obviously, it's just a polite thing to say to show manners. Like, y'all can't act like somebody sneeze bro. Saying bless you after the sneeze is way more of a bodily reaction than the sneeze itself. Like like somebody say sneeze, it's in your blood to say bless you. Like, is it gonna take you that long to say bless you?
Oh, okay.
Like, you feel me? Like, somebody sneeze, bless you. Like, simple. You don't gotta say it to a random person sneeze walking by. You don't gotta turn around and be like bless you. Somebody it's in a room, a little small room. Somebody sneeze, just say bless you, bro. Like,
I just want to you know, give props out to Sister Eve Brown for joining us here. She says she's so proud of you guys. Man, Eda Barber
Thank you.
says salute. And brother Bilal say learn as much as you can, young brothers.
Will do.
Learn as much as you can. You know, so I want to, because I don't have my back towards the computer, I'll turn every now and again to read and see what it is. But we'll make sure, this is our first time doing this, but y'all gonna see we're gonna take this because one of the things that we been when I'm trying to get the young brothers to do, and y'all see this, you're gonna see more skits, you'll see more funny skits, you'll see some serious skits, you'll see different things, different videos, and different lives, because I'm trying to show like everything that you can do in this field of barbering. And we here at the shop and we got equipment and different things. So, you know, you'll see us do different things and be creative with a lot of the different things. So we'll constantly do that over and over again. But go ahead. What do you want to say, Zion?
I just thought it was dumb. I just He said it's more of a bodily function to say "bless you" after the sneeze than the actual sneeze itself. That makes absolutely no sense. Just wanted to say that.
Bro, he's just going against me just to go like in what world was this a real who's going against the saying bless you after somebody sneezes, bro? Why is this even an art? He's just going against me just to go against me for the podcast, bro.
First off, that's not true. Second,
No,
it's
y'all was actually fussing about this
we
before the
were
podcast.
we were.
You know, so that's why I
Second,
brought it
it's
up.
okay to go against the grain, which leads into our next topic of going against the grain of modern day uh 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 acts and traits and things that people like us and indulge in, like certain kinds of music that we like to make and listen to. This actually has something to do with Trey right here, who is a music artist himself. Do you mind telling us a bit about like the type of music you make?
Hold up. And before you do that, as we lead into as we go into music, because I know this will get a little bit deep. Uh there was a thing, you know what I'm saying, between that everybody was mad at Jay-Z because Jay-Z, the Super Bowl would be in New Orleans, and Jay-Z wanted to do he picked Kendrick Lamar instead of Lil Wayne to actually headline. And a lot of people got mad and said that he should have picked uh Lil Wayne instead of Kendrick Lamar. Now we're gonna go back to that
I honestly
question.
feel like Kendrick Lamar's a better fit though.
Ah, okay.
He's conscious.
Oh, so we'll go back to that. I was just, you know what I'm saying? I was kind of second into it, but we're gonna go back into that question right here with the younger brothers and see exactly how they feel about this whole thing because it's something that was big, was still big on the internet. One of the big topics of today. So go ahead and answer this question, Trey. You know what I'm saying? About we talking about hip hop music, and he was asking him,
Bless you.
Thanks.
bless you. That's what he said. Okay, bless you. He real big on this bless you thing. But go ahead,
Alright.
Trey.
Oh, another reason I feel like Kendrick Lamar should be like at the Super Bowl is because like he's like current, like what he like you see like he got a lot of popularity around his name right now. But so my music is very I could be very vulgar in my music. I'm currently working on conscious music, but like in the past, you know, I was on my own. I was just like speak about the things I was going through. Can I be honest, completely honest?
Go ahead.
But yeah, so like, you know, like drug usage, guns, just like stuff I was around. And that's what I was making music about. The funny thing is that's not how I was raised though. Like once I got out of my parents' house, it's more like I kind of like fell off of the conscious path a little bit. I always had it in the back of my head, but I fell off the path. And now I'm in this barbershop. I feel like I'm becoming more back with my roots. So now that I'm becoming more back with my roots, I feel like it's time for me to make some conscious music. Yeah.
Okay, so do you feel okay? So what was the reason that you started making the type of music that you're making?
Another reason I left out is like fact like so my parents didn't allow me to listen to any type of music when I was growing up. Uh so but back in like my freshman year of high school, I started listening to like what I wanted to on the computer. I was listening to like Ray Shremmer, Future, Fetty Wap, and I feel like that led me down the path of listening to all types of music. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, so eventually I became a product of what I was taking in, basically.
So do you feel like there's any like negative repercussions with listening to this type of music and making it?
I feel like if you're in that environment, you're gonna constantly be, you're gonna whatever you're taking in, you're gonna put out.
Right. So being conscious of this, why didn't you stop earlier?
This is what I was around. So I mean, if everybody around me is doing this, but doing that, I'm probably just gonna end up doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So now that you're fully acknowledging it, does this mean that it's only conscious music coming from now on?
Uh, I feel like I'm gonna speak my mind. I'm gonna speak like what I want to speak, but like the environment I'm in, like is pretty conscious. Like I'm in a better environment. I'm around better people, so I feel like what I'll put out is gonna be a more positive product.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Anything you would like to add on that, Tavon?
I really don't have nothing to add. I listen to, of course, I listen to rap music, bro. I'm still
So
gonna still gonna listen to rap.
you listen to rap music, modern day rap music. I mean, like, oh my gosh, this is a B word. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, if you know the bad side effects of listening to this type of music, why do you still listen to it? Is it just for the feeling, or like?
First of all, bro, I don't just listen to rap. I mix it up. That's another thing. A lot of people don't mix it up. A lot of the hoodlums, a lot of the hood rats y'all see. It's like, a lot of people y'all see eat just straight rap. And rap has many different genres also. A lot of people y'all see are just listening to straight Baltimore street rap or like Atlanta rap. But rap has many different genres. Outside of rap, there's many different genres you can listen to. Like it's not hard to switch it up. Like in my eyes, I just don't like. I said this before on the live stream too. We was talking about this. Like I just feel like some people can just have that more self control when they listen to music. Like some people are different from others. Some people are more success. I can't talk, bro. Like some people are just gonna fall into that system, into that trap. But I'm listening to this, so I gotta do what they got. What I'm listening to. I don't know. I just feel like it's not that hard to just not do it. Like I don't know. This is me though. Like
Do you think it's really hard to quit like unhealthy eating?
yeah.
So you,
I don't think it is. I feel like if you have the right tools and you know what to eat, you'll be good. You know what I'm saying? Because you can make anything taste like anything else if you have the right tools, like the right seasonings and etc. So I feel like if you know like how to like cook a certain way, you can like easily translate. But also the other thing is, I do realize that like some things can be pricey. So yeah, that's the other thing though.
No, I hear what you're saying, but let me tell you that that's not true. I can cook. I can cook. You know what I mean? I'm okay. I mean, I'm not like Chef Boyardee and like that, but I could cook a little something from raw food to vegan food to chicken. You know what I'm saying? And seafood to to many different things that I can mess with. And I know, and I done had from Dr. Africa to Dr. Scott Whitaker to Dr. Giselle. A lot of different people come to town. You know what I mean, and teach, and it's difficult to, even with the right tools, what I'm saying, to actually be on to stay on the path. I mean, I've done all kinds of fast, all kinds of stuff. But when I'm gonna tell you this, and this is the last stuff that we teach, when life hits, like really, really hits, and I ain't saying it ain't hit y'all, because what I mean, it's hitting all the time as from a baby when you get here, it's hitting at different periods of time, it hits harder at different times. And I mean, I'm talking about from things that you go through, uh uh from death to divorce to losing a girlfriend or boyfriend, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. I mean, it's different things that may happen, you know what I'm saying, causes different emotions. Some people eat a lot, some people don't eat at all. You feel what I'm saying? Like, it depends on a person and how they handle certain things. But, for those of us, I know, what I'm saying, when you do when you do put weight on, it's hard to get off, no matter how much you know. Because at the end of the day, that food is like a drug. That food be calling you, man. You know what I mean? When them commercials come on with the Pizza Hut and the cheese be on that joint, you know what I'm saying? And the joint, you be looking like, oh, whoa, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's hard. It's not easy, you know what I'm saying? And for most people that I know, that's even elders and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying, that make it through, say it's just it's not easy. Fried chicken, that's, I mean, people can say what you want, but when you see that chicken, you walk past and you inside of a restaurant, or you inside of a market somewhere, and you see that fried chicken sitting in the window, and it's just sitting there. It talks to you mentally. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, hey, hey. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And you start imagining eating that you know, I'm we know. But you know, pause. But when you imagine that though, like it's really like it's emotional. So a lot of us do a lot of emotional eating and different things. So it's not just a simple. I got juices. I got Mario tell you I got all kinds of gadgets that I cook with. I got this grill, this gadget, this cutter, that slicer, that this. I got a lot of stuff. I'm a gadget man when it comes to all of that stuff. So yeah, having the right stuff, but constantly, battling with yourself to be in the right emotional mood is very important too. Because some people don't have some of y'all can eat and the stuff break right down. Like you know what I mean? Like you have no problem with metabolism at all. You know what I mean? It's constantly breaking down. And some of us eat, as we say, man, my queen Monica, we say the weight loss goddess has no mercy on me. You know what I'm saying? If I'm eating something, if I eat a bag of chips, it's like, wait, nope, 2 pounds, nope, two, no mercy on you, no mercy at all. So it's something that's, what I'm saying, like that you fight through. It's like drugs. It's like drugs. Your food is like drugs, definitely. Um, y'all were going into the whole hip hop thing. Did y'all get out of it? Because I stepped out the room. It looked like y'all finished. He was segueing into the hip hop, but you let him. I mean, it went off that. Oh, when he was saying food, he was making a point.
Yeah, I felt like he was going to say, "Is it hard to?" You say, "Is it hard to stop eating unhealthy?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I feel like he was going to say, "So is it hard to stop listening to rap or something like that?"
Right. That's what you was trying to make a point. Okay.
Let me ask you something though. Don't do you what do you listen to? You listen to rap, modern rap, bro?
I listen, you know,
Yeah, let's hear
it's
it.
actually very interesting because kind of similar to you. I don't know if this is similar to you. I've been on like a journey of quitting that type of music, even though it's all around me, like everywhere I go. Um, I do have enough discipline to not, or honestly, I wouldn't even call it discipline because I have no desire to listen to certain rappers because of how vulgar and explicit they are. Like I don't want to. But then there's other, artists that might have a particular beat that I really like, or like, or like the way that I feel when I listen to them, that I might listen to, and I might let a few verses slide because the majority of their music is like, a good message, or is good at storytelling. But the majority of rappers or artists that I listen to have some sort of lyrical talent, some sort of artistic flow that I connect with, or the instrumentals are fire. I don't just listen to rappers because of a adrenaline rush all the time. Um, yeah. Did you,
So who do you listen to? Let's hear.
where do I even start? I mean, I like to listen
Give me top, what's your top five right now?
top five.
This
What's my top five?
you got this jotted down on the pad inside you.
Nah, I'm going to my playlist because I like different people at different days. All right, I like this. It's this guy called Elmin.
Who?
Elmin.
Elmi?
Elmin.
Elmine.
Yeah.
I never even heard of him
No.
before. Y'all heard of him before?
Yeah.
Elmine?
I've been listening to a good amount of old music lately. So like Al Green, you know what I'm saying? Uh I like this one rapper, he's called Sleepy Hollow from New York. And he's like the roughest it gets when it gets to my music listening. I also like this one Baltimore rapper called Shorty Shorty, but I don't listen to him religiously either. So it really depends on the day. Like I could go Drake, I could go Kendrick. Like it really, it just depends on the day.
Okay. And who you listen to? What's your
Me,
top five?
I listen to a lot of different artists. Honestly, top five. It would probably be Shay and Crew.
Who?
Shay and Crew.
Shay and Crew.
E Crew. CHEECRU. He's an R&B artist.
Oh, R&B. Okay.
My fault.
You heard
Yeah.
him before? Okay.
Who else? I like Osama Son. He's an underground artist. Uh, he's like, I guess you could say he's vulgar. He raps about money, cars, stuff like that, guns. But I like his beats. His production's really good. Uh, Shout out OK. He's a producer. Uh, who else? Top five. Who else do I listen to? I'm just going with those two. I'm gonna go with those two.
So your top five is somebody. I mean, I never heard. I mean, y'all heard it?
It's mostly
Underground.
I like a lot of underground artists.
Okay. Do you like Kendrick?
Yeah, I like Kendrick. I ain't gonna lie. I'll be listening to his project. Like, I'll be really listening to his project. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well,
All right. Top five. Like I listen to I just whatever I got a recent. I don't have a playlist. I just got a recently played. So whatever I listen to the same playlist every day. It's just songs that I switch up. But yeah, a lot of Drake, Future, I guess, Gunna, um, some Young Thug. Um, I listen to a lot. Yo, I was telling him, bro, Michael Jackson is never going to leave the rotation, bro. Like,
so,
I got some. I listened to a couple Janae Aiko songs. How you say her last name? Um, yeah, yeah. I got a lot of like. It just depends. Whatever I'm feeling like. Some days I want to listen to rap. Some days I wake up just listen. I got a song already in my head. Some days I'm trying to listen to something chill. Did I say Lil Durk? Lil Durk, Young Boy. Yeah, yeah.
so, 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 Kamaria, I'm not gonna turn the camera on you, but just what's your top five? What's your top five?
Um, I don't really have a top five. I listen to the same like three people every day.
Who's that?
Cleo Soul. Um, I listen to I forgot her name, Yeba or something. Um, I listen to Cleo, Yeba. Who else I listen to? And I listen to like old R&B, a lot of that.
Old
So
R&B.
that's like a lot
Do
of
you have any rappers that you like?
rappers. I only listen to rap music like when other people is listening to it, or if I hear it on TikTok. But I wouldn't like add it to my playlist unless it's maybe like Drake, maybe some like you know how Drake in like 2016 and stuff like that.
Okay.
That type Drake.
Okay. 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 Okay.
I forgot to add to my list like Erica Badu, NDIRE, Lauren Hill. Like those are my girls right there. You know what I'm saying? And like those are like starting positions and or six man. You know what I'm saying? Like those are top high on the list. Yeah.
Then y'all think that music frequency? I mean, like, okay, all right, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, because it's like a lot of times the music that we listen to. I mean, see, you gotta understand the era that I come from, where what I mean, like, and because y'all didn't really come from that era where we had most of it was like fight the power. It was like, what I'm saying, there was a lot of conscious stuff that was actually coming out. Even people like Big Daddy Kane. Y'all know what his name, what Kane meant? Y'all thinking like cocaine, right? You just thought it was
Yeah, I
Kane.
thought it was just Kane.
Oh, okay, because a lot of people, I mean, even I thought at first it was, you know what I mean? But it was King, what it, what it, Asiatic, none equal. What is it? What's the C? Kane? I forgot the C, but Asiatic, none equal is the, what I mean, the last three of them. But it was like, talking about, because a lot of people talk about the 5% nation and 5% knowledge and information and all. So, they always was dropping stuff about, black man, Asiatic black man, uh, um, Malcolm X. You saw people with the pics and stuff like that. And we had some stuff like that started to come out, down the line, and that's real. With Two Live Crew, there was a Schoolie D. I mean, there was some people that were sprinkled in here and there, but they were in the minority, not the majority. So the majority what was playing on the radio. Can you imagine listening to the radio and most of the stuff that you heard was either fun songs. All of them wasn't like conscious songs, but they was like fun songs. Like they was really fun songs, like dancing and joking. There was some that was a little raunchy, maybe a little raunchy, you know what I'm saying? Like, in general. But for the most part, a lot of them were fun. They were dancing songs, and a lot of them were talking about they would drop something in about knowledge. You know what I mean? You would rarely hear anybody talking about shooting somebody. You know what I mean? Or guns and drugs. Yeah. The drugs you may hear, of course, a lot of people talked about smoking weed, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. You may have the weed. Some people talk about drinking, something like that. May have some songs about that. But it wasn't that culture of yo, you know what I mean, get high. Even though now that's not, let's not pretend. Even though some people was getting high, you know what I'm saying? Even back in the day, even when you go back to the 70s, 80s, and stuff like that, you know what I mean? A lot of the artists, even that sung back then, were getting high. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of them wasn't singing about getting high. There were some songs that came out that were dedicated to that, but it was in the minority and not the majority. That's what I'm saying. So things happen, but so how bad when I watch now, you know what I mean, coming into from the 80s and then going into the 90s, which is still pretty good, you know what I mean? And then coming into like where y'all at right now, and there's so many rappers, and one just passed away the other day. What's his name? Rich Homie Quan, who just passed away from a drug overdose. And how do y'all feel about that? You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's like the promotion of the rap. Now Trey, I would say, and I used to say this because I used to do a lot of stuff on the hip hop thing. You know what I'm saying? Even with doing Watoto from the Nile, that the frequency of the rap to me, the frequency of the rap is on kind of like a junky kind of way of delivery of it. You know what I'm saying? Because you, you would have people, no disrespect, and I'm not mocking or making fun. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, but I am mocking. To a degree. You know what I'm saying? The hey, come in, come, can I talk to you about something? You know what I'm saying? And so the rap that I hear mimics those people, the people that's on like a opioid, you know what I mean, or you know what I mean, drug. I don't know if you've seen people. I'm sure you have out in the street, especially in Baltimore, talk like that. But to me, it seems like it mimics the rap style. You know what I mean? It's just I ain't got to talk to you. No, I'm just trying. You know what I mean? And the delivery of the hip hop is on that frequency of. I told you that I was that way. Am I lying? Come on,
Yeah.
guys. Am I lying? Am I
No,
lying?
I'm just
It's a lot of rappers that rap like that. That's but no, no.
no.
Okay, do
There
I have
are,
to make?
there
Okay, go
are.
ahead.
I'm just waiting to tell
Oh
you.
no, go
Like,
ahead. Go
yeah,
ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, it's as simple as modern day slavery. I mean, it seems like really blunt and like over the top, like at first glance. But I mean, the only way to captive captivate somebody is not just physically, it's mentally, spiritually, emotionally. And the people who are producing these songs, who are in the studios with these mainstream artists, are white people, are the Jews who run the world. So they know that the frequencies that are quite literally mantras in our heads have more of an effect on us than we even know. Um, so it's just like back in the old days on the plantations, the masters they would speak bad word like like reinforce the idea like I am in charge of you, I own you to the slaves, so that over time it's just how their brain works. So in the modern day, the way that they captivate us is by having our role models, which a lot of the young black men and women look up to as rappers and musicians, have them put out music that is spiritually uh, cap- captivate, it captures us basically from elevating to another level that's beyond the physical world. which is where we're supposed to be even when we're here. Um, yeah.
Okay, okay. Did you want to speak to that, Trey, about the frequency?
And the reason I
Do
feel
you
like
okay?
it's hard for some people to quit that type of music is because kind of like what you were talking about with the food. A lot of people no, different people have different ways of coping with lives, their situations in life. So some people it may be not eating at all. Some people it may be eating a lot to like cope with the pain. Some people it's making music, and some people just have a lack of discipline. Like that's how it is, and that's a whole nother conversation on why it's a trend to have a severe lack of discipline nowadays within the younger generation. But yeah, some people just don't have what it takes yet to break themselves off because it gives them such an adrenaline rush or such a feeling, such a high that they really don't get it from anywhere else.
I mean, I think that like I mean, and again, it's strategic. It's strategic to have us be on a very low frequency because of the great people that we are. When we do get things, you know what I mean, we take it to the highest level. Look, I mean, even this language, English, you know what I'm saying? This is a slave language. We took this language and like basically made it I mean, we beast it out. I mean, look at how we use the words, the play, the metaphors, where we've taken their language and made it sound really good. Jay-Z's and all these other people, you know what I mean? Even Lil Wayne. I mean, when you talk about metaphors and stuff like that, how we've actually taken it and sweat, make the words drag and you know what I mean, do them, make the words go fast, make them go slow, and all those different things. When we get it, we are special people. So the thing is, they saw what we did in the 80s and you know what I'm saying, and that movement that was going on, and it was like, we gotta lower the frequency. You know what I mean? They talk about this thing that they had that there was this secret meeting that they had, and in this meeting, it was like about lowering the frequencies and like, yo, we got to get these people. The mainstream of this music has to be drugs, killing, and all those different things because if we do that, then it puts them on a low frequency. It puts them in prison, which gives us more profit margin, puts more drugs out in the streets, which they put the drugs out there. So that gives them more profit margin with the drugs, the guns, whatever dysfunction that we have is functional for them because they make more money from us. And it keeps us on a low frequency because we'll never rise up and get to our true potential and doing some of the great things that we've done in this earth in general. You understand what I'm saying? So keep them low, keep them high, keep them, you know what I mean? Keep them drinking, keep them smoking, keep them on this at all times, and they would never rise to where they supposed to rise. And
Yeah.
so that's why you hear in every song almost, you know what I'm saying? That's in the rotation, in every rotation through the radio, drugs, 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 even sex, even a promotion of heavy, heavy sex, which leads to single parent homes a lot of times, you know what I mean? That's killing our community right now. So those different things, all those different things, those promotions that's going on in the songs and all, you know what I'm saying? How do y'all feel about the black woman in a lot of these hip hop artists and the way they portrayed today? Because I come from an era too where our woman at first wasn't dressing and then had to be in a bathing suit, in order to be on TV or those different things. How do y'all feel about that?
I feel like our women are suffering. Um, I heard a study that was about the abortion rate in New York, and it was more babies aborted than actually born in New York. And I don't know where y'all stand with the whole abortion thing and Joe Roe versus Wade, but I'm pro-life. I feel like back in the ancient times when we didn't have this high level of lustful actions and lustful thinking and this music that's keeping us below a certain frequency, there weren't as many unwanted babies or undesired pregnancies, and yeah, life was different. Not only that, but with the rise of single parent households, a lot of our young men aren't taught to treat women uh, uh, so that they can, thrive in a household. And with women being single, they're not taught how to treat a man. So a lot of our ideologies of each other are just screwed because of where we come from with one parent in the household, and the music that we're surrounded by.
But hey, getting sleepy, man. You all right? Oh man. Okay. Okay.
What was the question? The black women.
Yeah, we talk
Um,
about the black woman. How do you feel about the black woman involvement? And how do you feel about black women in hip hop or in music?
I don't, I don't know, bro. I don't want to talk down on our black queens, bro. I don't have no like. I don't really. I know what's going on, but I've never really.
Well, what's going on? Tell us what's going on.
I mean, it's just that they're all making the same type of music. Well, not all, obviously, but what we people we see, they're making the same type of music. I don't really pay attention enough to really ever have like a strong opinion because I don't listen to female rappers. So like whenever I hear it's kind of just like a in and out type thing. Like I never really paid attention enough to be like, you feel me? But I will say it's on this is on topic, but kind of off topic. I feel like whenever I'm in like a Uber or something with my grandmother, they always play the worst type of songs on the radio. Don't you know when you're around your parents or something? Well, not even your parents, just any like an older person, and you hear the song music, you were like, dang, like, and even when it's censored, it's kind of like, dang, like you be trying to like it kind of make you feel kind of awkward too, even though you know they probably not paying attention, but it's like damn, like
There are so many talented female artists in the game right now. Like there's so many people that make music that is worth listening to, but it is a conscious choice by the people running the world, running the music industry, to put explicit rappers at the top. I mean, it's a conscious choice. It's deliberate. So I feel like a lot of us don't have opinions on it, but it's something that's really important because at the end of the day, even if you don't see it affecting you personally or your family right now, the next generation is completely screwed because it's becoming the new norm
Without, I mean, so far as our
if it continues.
queens, they say a nation can rise no higher than its woman, and you want to see where people are, you can judge it by the condition of the woman that's in our community. I love our, like you said, I love our queens. I mean, I speak up, you know what I mean, and all, you know what I mean, for our queens, but the frequency that's being presented to the world, you know what I'm saying, is overly sexual human being that's being presented right now. And those things we gotta correct. We gotta work on those things because again, those things, you know what I'm saying, like from us going out and dressing this way and dressing that way and saying this and saying that, those things lead to, poor sexual conduct, and poor sexual conduct which leads to children and having babies and having and those children having babies with people that they don't like. You know what I'm saying? The people that they don't like. It's just all sexual. It's all about lust, not love, but lust. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, it winds up hurting our community because this people that's just lusting over one another sexually and not loving each other, and that leads to the single parent homes and or broken homes, or what I mean, just disruption in these different homes, disruption in children's lives because they don't get to experience a healthy relationship between a man and a woman, being raised by a man and a woman. Sometimes they do. You don't have to be together, but sometimes they do experience it. But most of the time they don't. Most of the time these people do not get along because half the time they don't even know each other. They get together, They may start having sex for, I mean, a month or two, and then they wind up pregnant, don't know the person, and then realize that I can't stand this person, can't stand this person at all, and that leads to something that we don't need in our community without the man and the woman being present in a child's life, and that's hurting our community right now. So we'll talk more about this and more issues to come in this make the necessary adjustments. Now, make the necessary adjustments is going to be a phrase that we're going to popularize everywhere, all over the place. We have a t-shirt line coming out with make the necessary adjustment. We're going to be talking about the different philosophies with that, because in everything that you do in life, you have to make the necessary adjustments. If you are eating wrong, and you find yourself eating too much of this or eating too much of that, and it's causing your blood sugar levels to go up, then you got to make the necessary adjustments. You know what I'm saying? If you're eating too many cookies or you eating even fruit that you're not supposed to be eating, and find out what it is, then you have to make the necessary adjustments. Barbering, you know what I'm saying? Like, one thing that I talk about, and I'm real big with the barbers, about being polite and being respectful to even when we go out to the streets and all, you know what I'm saying? And constantly, even when I talked to Tavon the other day about his incident that he had with the brother at the place that we went to cut. And I was telling him that, you know what I'm saying, with his attitude, that he had to make some adjustments because, his attitude, he kind of shut down a little bit instead of taking control of the situation, and he had to make the necessary adjustments. With Clarence here, you know what I'm saying? Again, he had to make the necessary adjustments. So you'll be hearing that a lot. You'll be seeing a lot of promotional things around that. And you'll be seeing us here. It should be here every Wednesday. That we'll be here talking about different issues and all. This was just the what we wanted to do to just kind of kick it off and get some stuff in tonight. With myself and the apprentice barber, Kamaria, be joining us here. We'll have some of the other barbers here, and then have special guests that'll be joining us here as we actually do this, so that we can have great discussions where the youth meet, some of the people that's a little bit older than them, and have great discussions so that we can talk about healing. But this is all part of that barbershop philosophy, that barbershop psychology that we want to actually teach our people in general, because again, we are healers, we are builders, we are people of change in the community. As barbers, we bring a lot to the community, and this is all training when we talk about these different issues, because whatever we do, we want to be able to help and build our community. So we thank you for joining us. Anybody want to say anything in closing?
Don't forget to say bless you when somebody sneeze.
This guy.
Yeah. And I'm tired. He had us waiting for like 3 hours to start this, y'all. Next week,
All right, you
we
said
gonna have next week we gonna have more energy.
You don't like. Can we normalize not saying bless you when somebody sneezes? Can I actually like start a movement? I might make T-shirts that say "Don't say bless you when somebody sneezes" or something like that. Like something to normalize not having. Because I don't think it's rude. Like if I sneeze and somebody doesn't say bless you to me, I don't care. It's okay. I don't look at you any differently.
Do y'all hear that?
It's okay.
One time, all right. So one time I was at a tattoo shop, and this guy sneezed. He was one of the tattoo artists, and someone said "bless you," but I tried to say "bless you" too, but I said like afterwards. He told me already blessed. I'm like, bro, bro, why you gotta be rude, bro? I'm trying to be nice to you, bro. Like, what's the point of that?
Do y'all hear that though? He's talking about no more. Stop saying, but we just have a whole conversation about the black community, and he wants us to stop being nice to each other. Talking about stop saying bless you. What? We need more people in passing. You ever heard the phrase they're talking about black men always walking by each other, me mugging each other, or something like that? Black we always looking mad at each other. He's trying to take something nice away from us. The one thing that we have, saying bless you, a common courtesy. He's trying to
The
take that away
one
from
thing
us.
that we have is our conscience, and I'm trying to stop this delinquent style of music that's being pushed in the mainstream.
Yo, the camera just fell.
What the heck? What's going on?
But
Yeah, that's what we have, our conscience. And that's what needs to be promoted to a healthy state.
But we also need to promote saying bless you at this
We
sneeze.
don't need to say bless you when
This
somebody
builds camaraderie
sneezes.
over the years.
I don't care about camaraderie. Say no.
All right.
Peace, fam.
It's about commitment, healing, honor, respect. This is barber life. Cutting hair, I like it. Barbershop, I like it.